Okay, everyone have a chance to look over the minutes from the last meeting?
Yes.
We can get corrected with our names. Our, the names of council members was left off of. Those council members and then.
Oh, I see.
Oh, yes.
So sorry. Okay, we'll put you there. I mean, that's why I left blank because I wasn't sure everybody was here.
Motion
No, I would
approve as corrected.
approve with the correction of adding the names of council.
Okay.
Moving second, all in favor? Thank you. And then, for works information only. Everyone has their, nepotism and conflict of interest paperwork in front of you. You're gonna get that filled out and get it to Jane or Beth before we leave tonight. We don't have any public hearings. Tonight we need to. You're slow on my roll.
I know that you skipped over my next two parts underneath the communications.
Oh, I'm sorry. You told me we needed to move those to next month.
Yes, I did. I was telling you that.
Encumbrances in the budget
I should tell you.
reclasses. Sorry.
Yes, I just wanted to update you guys on the encumbrances and budget reclasses. I went through, got all the encumbrances added up, and it's like over $900,000. So now I need to make sure that we actually have that much budget left over from 2025 to encumber. So it'll all be done
We'll have all
next
that for next month.
next month. Yeah,
Any questions?
I don't.
It's on, right?
Are we live streaming?
Yes, it's on.
It says,
It's on.
There's no.
I tried to hit the video thing, but then it said no video.
But it's
So-
still live, correct?
It says live, unless, do I have to hit the share button? Oh,
All right, so on to new business. First order of new business, we need to nominate and vote for a council president. It's time to open the floor for nominations.
I nominate you. Second.
Any other nominations?
Amy Rowe?
Okay. Yeah,
Anyone?
second? All right, so any other nominations? If not, I'll entertain a motion to close nominations.
I make that motion.
Okay, and then I guess we vote on me since there wasn't a second.
I make the motion that we make you the president.
Thank you, Amy.
I'll second.
All those in favor? Maintaining me as president of the council.
Ruth, you seconded me.
Yes.
Yeah. So I motioned and then Ruth second.
Okay, now we have,
Do we do all in favor?
Mart originally made the motion and I seconded the motion.
Oh, okay. So
We got
we
that.
need to have to do it again.
That was for the
No.
vote,
Oh, okay.
wasn't it?
I
Was it
don't
for the
know.
vote?
And
That
you
was
guys
for
are so
Brian.
confused.
You were
I'm sorry.
nominating Brian on that.
The first one, Mark nominated Brian and
Bob
Bob seconded it. And then Ruth nominated Amy. And was there a second?
There was not a second, so the motion.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. And then Brian voted to, Amy moved to close the
Nominations.
nominations.
Okay.
And then
And
he
then
seconded that.
I seconded.
Ruth
So
Okay.
then
That's
those
why I
automatically
seconded.
make.
All right, got it.
Then.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
I already called for the vote.
Okay.
All right,
Decorum.
second, we need to elect the council vice president. Which is weird. I don't think you've done this since I've been here, but we're supposed to.
Yes, we are. I just didn't.
All right, so open the floor for nominations for vice president of the council.
Well, then let's do it. I nominate Amy.
Okay, is there a second?
Amy
Or
for
Vice President.
I'll second that.
Okay. Any other nominations? Entertain a motion to close nominations.
So moved.
Okay. All those in favor of Amy retaining the office of vice president of the council, signify by saying aye.
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 All right.
And I would probably abstain.
Okay. Next. Golf carts. Sheriff Heischman.
Come up here, stand back here, up here.
All right. I'm Citizen Travis tonight.
So, hey, I appreciate the golf carts. Your ordinance 02/2023, we've utilized that for the last couple of years. We love it and everything else. My only question and concern that I've heard from other people is the fee schedule that's attached with it, the $100 fee per year.
Mhm.
I'm bringing it to you tonight to see if you would reconsider that fee. To me, I think it's excessive for the citizens with everything else, with the taxes and water and utilities. To me, it just seems excessive. So, I was told that I needed to bring it in here to you guys to see if you guys would reconsider the fee structure on that. So,
Any questions?
I guess I remember briefly the conversation. How did we came to the $100 because the research was looking at surrounding areas. Is that correct? The fee of 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, we compared ourselves to others and, it was, at the time we figured it was just a nominal fee just to get it and to help cover the administrative cost of, taking
Of
the,
like getting
permits
things
and-
set up and that
So-
fee, Andy, is still with the $100 fee. Like, so it's basically $100 to sign up originally. Is that correct? And
Annually.
then annually it's $100 as well, correct?
Here's how it reads. The annual registration fee for golf carts shall be $100. The registration upon issuance shall be valid for the calendar year, with each registration issued expiring December 31 of each year.
So then they would have to renew that as well.
And my concern is given the current tax for the SEA one, I was actually going to ask if we could reconsider raising some of the fees and permit fees because our revenues are getting cut pretty seriously, significantly. And to go the other direction on something that we're getting now,
how many do you issue every year?
I think we had.
Andy has something.
Yeah, I was gonna say Andy has that information.
So last year we had 39, plus $3,900. That money, we do all the administrative with that. It's about $350 to buy the golf cart sticker. That money that's collected goes into the city ordinance fund that in our budget, and we use that to reinvest in the community. We use that money to buy coloring books and stickers and handouts for kids and the community events, police in the park, things like that. We've actually paid for a dumpster to help clean up the house when the person couldn't. So that's what we utilize that money for. Whether you want to lower that to 75 or 50, that's up to you, but that's how we use the money and whatever.
taking money from the kids is what I'm asking.
See?
So,
Thanks, Andy.
I don't believe it's meant to say.
That's what he said.
You can't help that.
I can tell you guys, looking at areas around here, the county's at $40, Culver's at $60, Westfield down by Indy's at $100, and then they do $50 every 2 years after. It's $100 for the initial. So Rochester's by far higher than anybody else around that I found.
As I
So
recall, that was quite a negotiation with.
and I'm sure it was
To get it.
to get it to go.
to
So
pass in
yeah.
the first place.
Was
Yep.
the $100 was like that hard? That was the.
well, yeah, because,
There's a
yeah,
golf cart committee that came up with that number.
yeah.
I
it was the golf cart.
Yeah, I briefly remember that.
I mean,
So if the golf carts were more, because I know there's a lot of lake access that's very difficult to get to the community,
Yep.
get to downtown. If we did something with the trail system to make it easier, would that help almost justify it a little more?
Yeah, they're not allowed on the trail.
Well, I know that, but some people have really thrown some ideas at me that
My personal
Okay.
opinion on that is you had 39 registered golf carts last year. You had double that out there.
At least.
Right.
People are not registering them
registering.
because of the fees.
well, that and also the what
Everything's
it all
apart
takes
because
to
of
make
the
it
fees.
legal, right?
Right.
Because there are more on that than.
And that's a whole nother argument. I mean,
Yes.
you have to have turn signals and headlights on your vehicle, but you don't take your car to B&B and have them inspected every year to make sure your turn signals are working. That's you as a car owner's responsibility to make sure that you're up to par with the laws and the ordinances. But
Yeah, I don't think there's any
that's another.
harm in re-evaluating the ordinance as it stands.
Should we
That's something we can do tonight.
reevaluate the whole?
I think we can look at
Just to
it.
kind of see.
I mean, we have a request. I'm not afraid to look at something we've done in the past and see if we can
Is there a list of specific things in the ordinance that community members could provide just to reconsider? I mean, besides the costs of food.
I don't have any opinions on anything. I mean, and to me as an administrator, I would have, and I don't want to speak for Andy, but my guy's going out and inspecting golf carts. I would think they have better things to do than look for amber lights, flashing appropriately and triangles on it. Me as a golf cart owner, it should be my responsibility to adhere to your guys' ordinances.
But to your point, and I'm not trying to argue or anything, but to your point, you just said there's double the amount on the road out there that's registered. And that's our way of controlling, hey, to verify that you've got it to meet the requirements of the ordinance, is by us going out there, inspecting it, making sure, and before you can get your sticker. Because I know if we just give them they pay one registration fee, just like our vehicles. You only register it once and never again, half that stuff's gonna come off it as soon as they get the sticker.
Now, I guess this is a question and we can, just a thought process while you're standing here. So right now we're making $3,900 or we've made $3,900. So if we were to, first time stay at 100, but then consider, and I'm not saying this is a motion or anything, I'm just saying if we lowered it, could there potentially be more revenue generated because of like a snippet of a lowering of the fee? We don't know.
I would have no idea.
I'm just asking. I'm not saying we're going to do it or not do it. I'm just asking the question, like, what would be the benefit to consider that?
The benefit to consider, I think it's,
Yeah.
$25.
You have to spend time making sure that the ordinance is
So
utilized, which means more police time.
what I would ask
You
instead
know.
of
And we're not gonna
playing this out here tonight,
Right.
with it just coming, Amy, would you mind like spearheading, grabbing another council member and looking it over and bring something to us?
I don't want to, I do not want to lower it. I'll say it right now.
Okay.
I have no interest in lowering it.
So you're the right one.
Well, that's good. One that's okay.
I'm not saying
Because-
lower or not lower. I'm just
Right.
saying, I don't know, because I know that a large amount of time was put in it. I do know that, because I remember sitting in on the meetings. I did not pay attention to all the things because it wasn't under my purview at the time.
John was on the committee, Andy was on the committee. Andy was on the committee. I forget the lady's name that lives at the lake that was on the.
Norris.
And I was on the committee.
No, I wasn't.
I mean, I think that you don't have a committee in which we potentially are not going to consider it. I mean, don't want to waste anybody's time. I think it's just one of those things of like, is this a legitimate enough concern, enough people that we would consider actually doing it? I wouldn't want to waste time if it wasn't going to be something that we could actually like research the.
If there was other things that needed change, I would be, that we want to look at the change, but if it's only the fee, I can tell you right now, you're not going to change my mind. $100 seems pretty reasonable. And the way we're enforcing it and dealing with it, it seems to have worked in my mind to the best extent that it actually could. But but if somebody else wants to sit, but I'm going to be hard pressed to change my mind if that's the only thing we're looking to change.
He was just answering a question.
I would agree with that, except, and we may owe it to the.
To look it over and discuss it. Amy, I'll help you
Somebody.
look at things and decide.
Yeah, I mean,
If you want
Besides the
somebody
fee,
I would just say,
what are you going to look at
just
besides?
look at the whole thing, and
I'd
you
look at
maybe
the whole
there
thing.
are different things you can do with it. I think it doesn't hurt reevaluating and looking. I mean, we may say no, I like it the way it is. Mac, we're answering.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I guess to the point where it sounds like enough of the public is, having questions that it doesn't hurt for us to, we may come back and say there's not a will to be able to do that, but at least we have an
it's entirely,
opportunity.
like,
I have had more people come to me to ask me why I voted for it.
For the golf carts?
For the golf carts.
Versus
sorry,
like anything.
Versus, so I'm still getting occasionally.
I think you should put it out there that those that aren't registering are taking money from children.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. It's a good look, Andy.
That might make them feel bad to do it, so.
Well, I appreciate you guys' time. Like I said, that's just my opinion on the fees and looking around at other communities around. I mean, it seems like the other communities are getting enough money to cover the administrative costs. They're not making money on it, whereas it feels like this is a money maker for Rochester. So, but I appreciate you guys looking at it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Can I add? You want me at the podium? If one suggestion I would ask you to consider is 12-month permitting. Weather's odd, after January 1, maybe we get a 50-degree week with some sunshine. My permit's going to be expired. Technically, I could be ticketed and because it is
It's calendar year.
I take that to mean 1/1 to 12/31. You mean 12-month?
No, it's 1/1 to
Okay.
12/31 for the calendar year.
But if I get mine in spring, like this year,
And
Yeah,
it
I guess.
expires in
At the end
Yeah.
of 26.
December.
In 27.
Yeah, at the very end of the year.
Yeah, we can't have sliding scale. It's too hard to administer.
Yeah,
It's 12
Trust me.
when you register.
it's hard to keep track of a whole bunch of,
So
when do you do?
what do you?
I only have 10 to keep track of.
You guys want to look at it and
I mean, I'm happy just to
Suggestions.
like research it and then bring back a report,
Sure.
just to look at kind of, Andy, would you sit down and talk with Ruth and I, just to kind of look at it and talk through it and
Sure.
see, if there's anything that we potentially consider.
Which Andy? Because we're.
Which Andy?
The second Andy. Andy number
No, you just volunteered.
Two.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Just to kind of look at it and we'll bring a report back. When do you want us to bring the report?
I would say you have something by next month.
Okay.
Okay. Next on the agenda, the Optimist Club, Sleep in Heavenly Peace. You speak to that?
Hey, for those of you who don't know us, I'm Sue Ellen Denny and this is Tammy Schlarf. And we have spearheaded a new nonprofit organization in Fulton County called Sleep in Heavenly Peace. And I don't know if you want to pass those out. It's a nonprofit to provide beds for children in need, the ages 3 through 17. This program started out in Twin Falls, Idaho in 2012. And we were approached through the Optimist Club. We're both optimists, and the chapter came and talked to us about becoming a hub. And we said, okay, because at that time there were 60 plus applications for needed beds in Fulton County that they could not take care of because they did not service Fulton County. So of course, the Optimist said, that's our motto, we'll step in. They are hosting the first bed build for us, which they gave $10,000 to build 40 beds.
Understand though, that this is not necessarily an Optimist project, which is why we're here. We talked to the Optimists and the Optimists were like, this is a lot of manpower. This is a lot of work. So we've been talking to the Kiwanis, the Lions, some other organizations. We envision this to be a lot like the build of Manitou Mountain. Those of you that remember, the whole community was involved. So we've already got lots of churches and lots of other folks besides Optimists. So Sue Ellen and I, the Optimists are paying for the first bill, but that only buys 40 beds. So we've already delivered 34 beds since the 12th of December. And we haven't even built a bed one yet here in Fulton County. So Kosciuszko County has been helping us out and giving us what we need to put out the beds we have. So it looks like our first bed build is going to go to restore their supplies. So this is going to be a need that probably we're going to have to do 2 or 3 bed builds in the long run.
Our first bed delivery was December 12th, and by January 12th, we had done 34 beds just in Rochester, Fulton County. We just recently opened a couple of more zip codes, which includes, help me out here,
Fulton.
Macy and
Fulton.
Fulton, and I thought that was in
No, at this point, we have all of the zip codes open
our
in
area.
Fulton County, except for the very northwest corner, which kind of is the tip of Culver. that zip code goes into Culver. Culver is also in the process a Sleep in Heavenly Peace chapter. So with the exception of that very northwest corner that is addended to Culver, we will service the rest of the county.
We provide the bed, the frame, the mattress, the sheets, pillows. We deliver the frame to the house, we set it up, and then we make the bed with the sheets and the pillow and the comforter. We do single and bunk beds. So whatever is needed, that's what we take care of. Our present warehouse is in Silver Lake, which we share with Warsaw and Akron. That's Kosciuszko County's chapter's warehouse. We are currently been allowed to use part of that building out here, just a
Part of the
little
bay.
area. Yeah, a bay, to kind of like on the wall or something, to store a few of the beds here, because we have to drive all the way to Silver Lake every time we need one bed or something. And so we are going to bring a few over, so they're here and we're ready to go. But we are looking for more. We do have a bedding drive scheduled for this Saturday, January 31st, and there is a trailer at the Optimist stand that there will be someone there to collect the bedding. And if they have bedding to donate, after that, the Wellness Center and Beacon South has graciously offered to take care of that for us. We can only use regular twin size, and it has to be new. We cannot use any used beds or bedding. We are looking in the future for a warehouse, and we need that to be about 12,000 square, 12,000, geez, 1,200 square feet.
We're not building that many beds.
Yeah, 1,200 square feet. And that's approximately the size of what they have over in Silver Lake. It's a kind of a lean-to to a barn that a farmer had said we could use. And it's got a big door so we can get like a skid loader in to deliver the mattresses and so forth. We have a bed build scheduled for April 11th with a rain date of the 18th. And that will be at the First Baptist Church parking lot on Main Street. And that is sponsored by the Optimists. We need a minimum of 40 volunteers. Akron did one, and I think they had 150 volunteers. There is a job for everyone. No one gets turned away. And help me, Tammy, I think it was a man that was about 103.
103, it was his
showed
birthday.
up, and he wanted to do something. He didn't stay, the bed builds 4 hours. He did not stay the full 4 hours, but he stayed and helped, and they had a job for him. All beds are built with 2x4s and 2x6s, mostly 2x4s. Some of the side rails are 2x6s. In the future, we need a minimum of $5,000 for a 20-bed build. So we are in the process of collecting donations and trying to build that up because, like we said, our first 10,000 is pretty much taken care of already. The reason it's 5,000 is that's the chapter brings over the trailers and everything with all the tools, everything we need, and they set it up, and in 4 hours we can do all that. If you look at the brochure on YouTube, if you Google Sleep in Heavenly Peace NW, you will see a bed build that is happening in North Webster, or you can do the URL that's there. We are hoping to become a chapter later on. We have some work to do on that. And then Akron would join in with us to be to be Fulton County. So that's our goal. And then on the brochure, the motto is "No kid sleeps on the floor in our town." And then we have on the back, we do have these posters out and about, where if you scan the QR code, it will take you to our donation page. And then on the very back, there are papers like this out too that tell the people if they need a bed, scan that QR code and it'll take them to where they can apply for a bed. So that's all on there. All of our donations goes to the Optimists. For now. our treasurer has kindly accepted that to take that on, and she has a special area she keeps that. So in the memo, if you send a check in the memo, it should be sleep in heavenly peace or bedding or something. And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. So we're keeping it that way.
We met with the mayor and he thought it was important that we talk to the council since we are a new group starting up in Fulton County to address not only Rochester, although that is where the majority of our beds have been delivered so far is in Rochester because we have the largest footprint.
I did talk to, I know all of you know Virgia Smith, and I did talk to her. And if there was ever an emergency need, that she knows to call us, and we will do what we can to take care of that too. So, and then on the back of the brochure is my phone number and Tammy and an email address that both of us have access to. If you have any questions, you can contact us, or if there's a need or something, let us know. If you have any suggestions, we'll take those too. We do have a few of these.
One of those.
Okay. Well, that's what I was
Perfect.
going to offer. If anybody wants any of these,
We want to plaster the town with them.
okay. And if you want, if anybody has a place.
Can I get one of those?
That I do with, oh,
Thank you.
if anyone has a place to put one of these posters for needing a bed, please take one of those too.
Take one of those too.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, Travis has done a great job. He helped
Yeah.
put together some of our materials that we have that she's passing out. So between Travis and Sue Ellen, they've done it all. And Travis has made a point of making sure, Travis Heisman, to make, Travis has also made sure that all of the schools have gotten the information. So the schools are putting it out and sending it home in newsletters.
And you, I saw, did contact Fulton County Hope,
Yes.
and you let Tammy know, so that was on.
Correct. We have done a pretty good job of covering the town.
Do you have more of the apply for a bed posters?
Sure.
All right. Well, the ask is.
Informational.
It's informational, and if you so choose to consider us for a donation, we're open for that. And if, like I said, if you have any questions, and if there's any questions to ask us now, please do. We'll try to answer.
We are accepting donations of whatever amount. It doesn't matter. It takes us $5,000 to do a bed build, but each individual bed is $250. So every $250 buys a complete bed with the mattress, the pillow, everything. So, and we're telling people it doesn't matter if it's a smaller amount, we'll take it and put it in the kitty and eventually we'll be there.
Yeah.
Did you?
They'll take golf cart.
This is for kids.
Yeah, this is for kids.
For the children.
Yes.
Did you hear?
Which one? Oh, you wanted to apply for that.
Apply for it, yeah.
He's willing to give 1,000 out of it.
Okay.
I'll make a motion that we give.
I was almost gonna read that as 10,000 to make us feel a little bit.
Is he watching us?
Well, he said,
Yeah. No, he says he's willing to throw 1,000 out of his budget for this. Is that
Okay, thank you.
adequate, or do you wanna?
I understand.
I think we can always do more on Trent's budget, don't you?
Well, we do have annual commitments that we have.
Yeah, we have a lot out there.
Out of council, and we probably have enough in extras budget. We could, if you want to go up higher, we can.
And to be honest, when the mayor said, maybe some money, I said, that's wonderful, but that's not why we're here. We were there more to share the information because a lot of people are like, who are you? What are you doing?
Yeah.
And if anybody would like to join in our organization, you're more than welcome. Just let us know. It's very rewarding to deliver one of these beds, and the kids jump on there, and they we put the beds, and Warsaw said to us, slow down, don't get overwhelmed, and we're like, it's before Christmas, we're going.
So that
It was the best Christmas.
1,000 from the mayor's
We'll do
budget.
1,000.
Yeah,
Let's do that.
Because we could always do more later if we need.
a motion.
You need a
Make that a
motion
motion.
for that? I'll
Sure.
move that we do 1,000 out of the mayor's budget.
Okay.
Second. All right, moving second, all those in favor? All right.
Did you say 1,000?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, we have one ordinance. Did all of you get the email from Brent explaining what we're doing tonight with this?
Yes.
Any questions? We'll do the first two readings tonight, and then we'll be a public hearing on this next month, and we'll do the third and final reading. And vote to adopt it or not. So. All right, that being said, introduction of ordinance number 01-2026. We'll begin with the first reading by title only. Ordinance number 01-2026, an ordinance amending the exemptions to the stormwater fees for the city of Rochester, Indiana. Any questions? Okay, so that's the first reading. If there's no objection to having the second reading also by title only, we'll now have the second reading. Any objection? All right. Second reading, ordinance number 01-2026, an ordinance amending the exemptions to the stormwater fees for the city of Rochester, Indiana. Okay, questions? That is correct. Okay,
First one of the year.
all right. No questions. We're on to reports.
Hey, Beth,
Chief Du Bois, you're at the top of the list.
Brian, may I have really quick?
Sorry, hello.
We're not signing the
No.
minutes because they're not
Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I got that on my way. Okay.
It's all yours, sir.
All right, so we'll finish up the year. Total calls at 847, which is about 100 calls more than previous, and keep going up. 509 medical calls for the year, 56 structure fires, 7 utility pole fires, 3 hazmat calls, 7 vehicle fires, 37 alarms, 76 accidents, 4 coroner assists, 19 event protections, 12 inspections, 18 gas leaks, 26 CO and carbon monoxide detections, 5 canceled calls, 21 burning complaints, 21 field fires, 6 rescues, 20 public services. Gives us a total of 847. Down to personal business, we are still in the middle of our ERS class. We had 7 new candidates. We're down to 4 now. They're dropping out of classes. They see more and more commitment. That's not uncommon, but the 4 left look like they're going to get through it. Equipment, we had Spencer come down and work on that tower truck we've been having issues with. We've got it narrowed down to just one of the PTOs instead of both of them. So the truck is up and running again, but we're still lacking lights on the tower. Estimated cost somewhere around $6,000 right now. They're still working on how to upgrade that package to make it work again, which is a lot cheaper than a new truck. The only note I didn't get off at the Board of Works was the Christmas lights when we took them down. At some point this summer, we need somebody to go through them. They are in need of some serious repairs. Between the last windstorm and the constant up and down, there are a lot of light bulbs missing. And then I think we picked like 6 of them off the ground after that last windstorm. Some of the brackets have broke on them. Like, we probably need to update all the bracket straps. Like, those have been up there from the beginning, and that's where a lot of them are breaking. And then, yeah, some of them are bent from falling, and just it'd be a good idea to set up some time before next Christmas that we go through those. And
Well, how old are our Christmas decorations?
I don't know, but it seems like we've been putting those up a long time.
Maybe add some new ones. I mean, compare the cost. If it's an extra $4 and buy something brand new instead of repair the ones that are, yeah, you know, and get that much extra time out of it. Just a suggestion.
Sounds like you want to be on that committee, Ruth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask if there's a committee.
I'm not being on that committee.
I am.
I will force
Hey, you got about 10
on
more
that
months to
committee.
figure this out.
Okay. Give me a call.
Any questions for Peter? Thank you, sir. Andy? Chief?
You've got my report. I'm not gonna go up through everything. You got, December numbers, total numbers for the year, 302 accidents, 2,148 warnings, 2,794 traffic stops, 9,251 incidents for the year, and then how those compare the previous years on the next page. Other than that, we're still going through hiring process right now. We had a testing a couple of weeks ago. We're going through background investigations right now. Hopefully, here, probably 4 weeks, we'll be able to come to some resolution on that. Other than that, that's all I got. Unless there are questions.
All right, any questions for Chief Shots?
Hey, Bob and I were looking at, not that it matters, but it's not a typo that it went from 780 to 2,148 in the total warnings.
No,
Okay. They're just getting better at giving warnings.
well, 500 of those were city ordinance warnings.
Ah, good to know. Okay.
So that
So
was,
not traffic warnings, those were,
Total warnings are traffic warning
and city ordinance. Okay, good to know.
And he's doing a fine job. I've noticed some alley cleanup.
That's awesome.
Very nice. So I take the
Probably
alleys.
We'll start back either March or April. When the weather starts getting nicer, we'll bring him back and start up again.
we're talking about Tim Durkis.
Okay.
And if I remember right, during the golf cart discussion, that part of the fees were to help pay for the ordinance guy.
You're right.
So it's not like we're giving the money like it's free. It's not there, because I'm sure his salary is more than that.
All right. Any other questions? Thank you, Chief. Anyone else is here? Julie, did you have anything for RDP?
Sure. We did, announced yesterday on Facebook that Tokyo's Steakhouse has their sign up. Look for them in March. And I just showed Pat, our post about that. If you, hit 66,000 views.
Holy Lord.
66? 66,000. Today at about 11 o'clock, it hit 50. I'm like, what? The highest. Our Facebook has been very active lately. We're hitting algorithms. I said that last month when we hit 10,000. So we hit 66. So if nothing, people want to hear good news. So keep spreading it. They're excited. It's a 5-year lease. We're super excited for them. 45 days-ish. So look for that. And then we also released the new festival on May Day. And to tie in a lot of the people needing to fundraise, we are going to have an area where everyone, you can have a booth. We'll have a Santa, Centennial Park area, all the things. So, because everyone wants to be in the chili cook-off or, the fair. And we thought we're going to have one downtown where we can say yes. And there'll be a certain area for that, vendors, citywide yard sale. We started marketing on that today, but we've got a lot going on. We've got a pretty big investor looking to help on a project around the theater. I met with the Community Foundation last week on how to maximize. It's a pretty big cash donation. So we're kind of looking forward to the year.
And you said that 45 days from now is when they're
They'll open, well, I don't want to say they will open in March.
but
'cause
it's,
anything can
that's
happen,
what the
but yeah.
projected possibility. Will they have like an open house or they haven't yet? So just
So
grand open.
they will have one, but they'll open. They like to get soft openings in, but I talked to them again today. They're so excited. I think they'll ultimately live here too. So it's an expansion of their business. They're not closing. There are other restaurants, but they really have a nice first impression of Rochester, obviously, if they're investing. So 66,000. I'm like, what? And it hasn't even been 24 hours.
Put your registration.
That doesn't make any sense. So the power of sharing and just hit that button, it helps.
Do you know where those like 66,000 people are looking from?
I don't know. I'm, like 150 shares.
I'm like, that's 3 times the amount of.
I did
people in
not
Fulton County,
boost it.
so where's
Okay, that's what I'm wondering too.
Yeah, but
Last-
if everybody has somebody outside of Fulton County, we're
Right.
sharing it, and
Yeah.
it's like, if I got a friend in Warsaw that decides to share, and that friend decides to share,
Yeah.
and, you know,
Well,
people I
exactly.
don't even know. So that's the cool thing, is that all these people we don't know.
And
are
then
now
the
sharing.
Positive
headline
power of
for
social
Yes.
media. There is a positive.
Yes. That is very cool.
It's very cool. I was thrilled last week when we hit 7,000 on a theater post. And that had a little bit of a boost on it, meaning like $15. But this is totally organic. So
It works.
if you see it, share it.
Yep.
Because people are interested in new food.
Not
Food is always fun. I mean, it just
Says the
is.
woman who owns a restaurant.
Yeah.
They're gonna, if they the town to try
Try
that
new foods.
restaurant, they're gonna see it.
We are centrally located
Exactly.
and people from all over really do know about Rochester and love coming here.
They're the best.
They really do. I mean, I had them from Michigan, Indianapolis, south of Indy. You know, they come from everywhere. Ohio, Illinois, are centrally located. And anybody that followed the Evergreen might be watching that and going, oh, wow, look, there's another place we can go and actually get together again and socialize and feel good there. Because that's what they don't have now that they used to have with the Evergreen,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Sorry.
It's
Sorry.
just, we started working with them in July. Like it's taken,
Yeah.
patient, but it's well worth it. And we look forward to the next one.
Awesome. Thank you.
Any questions? Thank you. All right, area plan and animal adoption.
So, on Tuesday, February 10th, I believe is the correct date, we will be hosting a meeting, at the jail at 5:30, in which we will be providing the public, an opportunity to, speak about the proposed data center that has been communicated may be coming to Fulton County. So, that meeting, I just got the information today, the final information about that. So, that would be Tuesday, February 10th at 5:30 at the jail. So, and then Animal Adoption Center, their Jordan's Way that we were speaking about last time went really well. They made, I believe, I think it was 16,000. I don't have it memorized, but they blew out the water of their donations that they had thought that they were going to bring in. Kudos to Trent for being tortured, which was fun. They did torture him. I think they put him in a cage and they had to like pay for him to get out or something. I don't know. There were all these like fun activities that this gentleman had done, that both Travis, Trent, and others participated in to help raise funds. From what I understand, the gentleman had such a fun time that he is actually stated that he will be coming back again. So I don't know if that will be this next year, but he is an influencer, has a big following, and has a proven track record. So though we didn't, make the millions of dollars that other people did, I mean, we still made, we went past the donation amount that they were hoping for. So, yeah, so watch.
And it's a great start. It's a great continuation.
Well, I
They're
took
always
a
making
picture
it.
on my Facebook page. I didn't get to stay because I had to go to work, but I did stop by, and I'm telling you, I've never met a man. I thought I was energetic. This man was, he was a powerhouse. Mark Martens, this guy was very tiny. They were all standing hands together, and he was gearing up as if he was like a hype guy, and he had them all hyped up, and I got a picture of that, and they had a fun time. It sounds like Jody, Mark Martens and others were able to participate, including the mayor. So pay attention for the next event, which may be next year. So Animal Shelter is working hard.
Any questions for Amy? Okay, the Fedco, things are moving, they're all moving slowly as development does move, but we have a lot of interest in the industrial park out across 31. We have a couple of lots at Blackadder that people are looking at to purchase. We just can't divulge all the information at this time. People like to be a little secretive in that, but we've got a lot going on, and we're going to continue moving. There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot going on in Rochester and a lot throughout the county. So things are moving in the right direction for this county. I'm excited to see what this year brings. So sorry, I'm a little vague with that, but really are. Any questions? We got Santa.
Can you be less vague?
I know.
Spill the beans.
All right. Park board, Bob.
They met back on January 12th, and they spent quite a bit of time talking about the Christmas decorations in the park, and I think they were pretty excited about how that turned out this year, and made a lot of good plans, big plans for next year. Pretty excited about that. They also had election officers. Kim Landis is president. I believe Ed Richards is vice president, and Jessica Shaper is going to take the minutes. She also does their media work for that group. They approved a contract that Amy was involved with to go over with the park board and educate them on Indiana codes on that. I believe that was, so they passed that, and I don't know if they've scheduled a date for that yet or not.
They're in the process of doing that.
Okay. And then Lindsay Bart's talked quite a bit about Parks program. They're already got big plans. And this is a quote: "They are going to have a crap ton of fun."
That does not surprise me.
So I thought that was pretty good. And she's fired up. So, and then Steve Williams did a presentation and talked about possibly wanting to put a pedestrian bridge, as I understand it, over Minnow Creek, and trying to get some enthusiasm and build some consensus on possibly doing that. That would be on the south side of 14 there, between the Butterfly Park and the beach, somewhere along there. That's it.
Right. Any questions for Bob?
Yeah, can you discuss making that a little wider or something for the golf carts to get them into town? I'm sorry.
We could put a toll on it.
Yeah.
That's how we
I
can
mean,
pay for it.
because we can't forget the golf cart.
Brilliant idea.
There's a lot of our lake that is actually lake locked, and they cannot come in. And if you can cross there, you've got all those people there that can, over by the.
We could do inspections too.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
just
right
saying
across
that
it. I'm
if.
seeing this. This is
Yes,
what-
we've got to think forward enough and provide for the entire community. So discuss widening it so it can be a golf.
He had pretty elaborate thoughts. I mean,
Are you talking about Ed or?
No,
No,
Stephen
who?
Williams.
Steve Williams.
Okay, well, tell him to think wider.
Well, I think he's presenting. I think he wants to present at the
Yeah.
redevelopment commission.
Okay, good.
So, it was a good presentation.
I've got a few.
Craig Welding
ideas.
was talked about. They don't build anything that's not solids.
That's so we can afford it to be wider.
They probably don't know it yet, but
Yeah.
But they're utilizing the sidewalk so that it mixes the changing it.
Somebody threw me an idea
Oh, gosh.
about that, because I do a lot of talking. Is beside these walk paths that are controlled because we got government money from that, can we make a cart path directly beside them?
Bump, bump. Just make them a little wider.
That way the golf carts, and then they're not landlocked.
They can get into town.
That's right.
Talk to your friends at the redevelopment commission and.
Tomorrow
come up with
morning.
An idea and they can come back to the council.
I trust me, I keep talking.
You want to spearhead that committee?
Yeah.
It's got two committees now.
Yeah.
All
I just
Mark.
gotta call Kim.
Marty, you have anything on Rochester BZA and Council on Aging?
Well, unlike our esteemed president, I'll be very succinct and give full disclosure of my meeting. Council on Aging was canceled yesterday because of the weather,
There you go.
and BZA is not meeting tomorrow because there are no variances to discuss. So
Very good.
that's full disclosure.
There you go.
My favorite report. Ruth, you have anything on solid waste and redevelopment commission?
Yeah, we voted our president, secretary, and all that in, same people as last year. And, let's see.
Once again, the county brought in pretty much the same amount, and 94% of all of our waste out at the landfill comes from out of state, which is really kind of cool. 6% comes from Fulton County. And we got a total of
42,782.55, which is around the same amount every month.
And just a reminder,
That we do not get paid for glass
they just keep it
out of the landfill.
Hmm.
So all those beer bottles and wine bottles I take out there,
I don't have to
they
pay.
trash and they just gladly take it away.
What do they do?
Or
with
some.
them? I mean.
Actually, the place that takes them and whatever, they're all recycling places. Okay. They provide the dumpsters for them, so they keep up the dumpsters for all the glass intake. So that's really good. But don't forget to keep going out there. They actually made $8,576 off of everything everybody donated out there this month, last month. So it's very nice. And they said that it's not that much different than picking it up from the city, but I have another idea. I gotta throw at them more work too, but yeah.
Thank you. Is there any questions for Ruth? Brian, do you have anything?
Sidewalk and Tree Board met on January 6th. They chose to retain Eric Billinger as president and retained Anna Rowe as secretary. Coming up in April, the sidewalk edging project should begin on Franklin, Madison, and Monroe Streets between 9th and 4th. And they are going to notify the public in advance of that, or more or less the affected areas. Let them know. The tree inventory was completed at the end of December, and Mr. Bittinger explained to everybody how to do it and how to use it. And let's see, starting whenever they can do it, they're going to be planting about 30 trees in 2026 throughout the city. So that should be good once they get those in. There are questions regarding some areas that don't have trees, and they're going to coordinate with the planning commission to see why they don't have them and what they can do to get them. And lastly, Mr. Williams made his rounds and was at the sidewalk and tree board, and the same thing as Bob talked about, the bridge connecting the butterfly garden, easier access. What I have.
Thank you. Questions for Brian? All right. Andy, do you have anything?
Do not.
Beth, any ADA concerns? All right. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Before you do, I'm remiss to, one of, just for those that could not attend, the mayor did the State of the City address in conjunction with the Kiwanis Club and the chamber, and it was very well attended out at the Historical Society. And the mayor did a really nice presentation. Amy, you were there. Just was well done. For those that couldn't make it, I thought he did an excellent job.
Yeah. I want to say a special thank you to Ruth. I think she needs a little bit of, we have the warming center and we've been having increasing participation. This one right here, I don't know if she's got a new wind, but she has worked some overnight shifts to assist.
Not totally, just midnight to 4 a.m.
But still.
Keeps me awake on weekends.
But I just wanted to say a special thank you to her who's, she's been out there just trying to wrestle up.
Yes, I am trying, because I did find a friend. I found a friend, I sent
How
that.
far do you have to go?
Florida, actually. She just came home from Florida.
So, yeah, we'll see if she volunteers too.
So if
So
any of you guys want to volunteer, you're welcome to this one.
it's really not that hard. They're 4-hour shifts and, it really is pleasing.
It just does.
It's those that
What are your duties there? And that? You
At
just-
night,
you just sit
I'm
there?
midnight to 4 a.m. So if somebody wakes up and wants some food, I go to the kitchen and make them some food. Or if they want to drink.
Drink, or if they want some coffee or
and the
whatever.
big shifts are the overnight shifts because those are the hardest to fulfill. So everybody wants to work to, bring them in. That's the easiest till midnight because then but the overnight shifts are the ones. And I know that both Tammy, who is our facility coordinator this year, as well as Heather, who's the volunteer coordinator, would be greatly appreciative if anybody were willing to at least try it. And I know that the overnight shifts are not as hard because everybody's generally sleeping and it's just making sure everyone's safe and warm.
It's sure been cold.
And it's been
Oh, it
cold,
has.
so we have, I think
Yes.
that the last
Continue to be cold.
number was 8 and as the last number that I heard was 8. So we've probably had more since then.
No, we've been doing anywhere from 6 to 8 during this entire cold spell,
Yeah.
which is really nice. And another thing that's really nice is everybody keeps their business private, which is, it's amazing because somebody finds out that you're there, they ask, and I'm like, it's not my job to find out their story. They just, who knows? Maybe they couldn't pay their $900 gas bill and they just needed a place to sleep, but it's not my business to find that out. And if that's all they needed, at least our community is providing something, which I have to say, since, I've been a landlord for a long time and I have had to send people to places, and there's a lot that this community has saved some of my tenants. And in turn, in the past, when I was, everything was mortgaged out, helped me that they didn't get that far behind. And it's really nice to see how many more organizations have popped up just to help the average person without a lot of scrutiny and stuff like that. So I do appreciate your organization. I will send a lot of people your way.
And that's your positive.
Hopefully I can find some good volunteers too.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah.
Take it. We'll take it. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Okay.
Second, all in favor?
Do I need?
No.
I don't think I'm a contractor, so.
Hey, Beth. Hey, ladder, if it's blue pen, need to match the pen, match this.
Now,
Oh, no.
Brandon, yeah.